Okay, well, here I am in Turkey. What can I say about Turkey? Well, not much. I've only been here a day. I'll try and sound as positive as possible, but this will probably just end up being a bit of a bitch fest. I know it's all just first world problems, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's Monday night today. I've just come in from my first day's work. I'm absolutely exhausted. I took off from London yesterday around 1 p.m, got to Istanbul, and the first flight was delayed, so the second flight had already taken off to Ankara. So I got another boarding pass and got a flight to Ankara at 5 to midnight their time. Sat around for a bit, got on the plane and said grumbly as fuck. Miraculously, there was still little Bilbo Baggins on the other end waiting for me. I don't know if he knew the flight times, he'd gone home and come back or what, but this little laddo from the company anyway stood there with his Mr. Alex sign. Brilliant. So it was about 3 a.m. when my head hit the pillow, and I asked the driver. He didn't speak a word of English. I wrote the number 12 on my hand. Is it okay? Can you just pick me up lunchtime tomorrow? He took me into the hotel, said to the receptionist something in Turkish, and the receptionist says, "What did you say?" And so he translates it, 12 pick up for work, 12, perfect, yeah, okay, so I get my head down, and almost immediately my phone goes off at 10 a.m. the next morning, say your driver's here waiting, so that worked out. The Turkish people, despite me generally kicking and screaming through this trip so far, I think relatively speaking, they're sort of a friendlier bunch than most, what can I compare it to, Europeans I suppose. They look a bit scarier, don't mean stereotype, but they're more open to being chatty. Maybe it's just because I look more Turkish than a foreigner, I don't know, but I've had people just start talking to me and I say, sorry, English. He's English. Not just staff, but I think when I was stuck in Istanbul and I was queuing up for just the thing that looked like an information desk, I just asked these bards in front of me, I said, are you trying to get to Ankara? Because I would have thought a whole bunch of people had missed that connecting flight, but didn't really see anyone else. I asked these people, no understand you. It was a young couple, and as I was walking away, the girlo said, oh, you need to go to... work phone going off. You need to go to this place, you need to go to that place, go up these stairs. It was fantastic, very helpful. So today, anyway, I get to work. Again, not much English speaking. I could have despaired a lot today, to be honest. I didn't know most of what I was looking at. But we'll get through it. I'm here for 5 days, so I thought I might as well keep this log to keep myself sane with no other English speakers. It's pitch black outside now. I was hoping to show you some of the beautiful sights outside of the road leading out of the airport, which is quite nice. Pretty ordinary lab as far as labs go. It's all fairly Western. So far, I wouldn't really know what country I was in apart from the written word, to be honest, which I can't pronounce for the life of me. Interesting thing, I was quite amused. I've never seen a company with a farm before. They had Outback, it's Breakdown, Mr. Hogan, okay. So we go to this little dining hall, we all queue up. It was very much like Asia actually, the whole canteen thing, queue up with your metal tray, prisoners banging spoons on them, just sort of a kind of, I don't want to say sweet, but flavoured rice, a bit meat. I mean, it was all vegetarian pretty much, but it was kind of a umami, is that the word? Taste of rice and baked beans, so the rest of the hotel is going to be penalised for my diet. So yeah, the farm. I look outside and there are hundreds, I'm not exaggerating, of chickens and geese and peacocks and things I've never seen before. All sort of different shapes and sizes of just fowl, no pun intended, sort of pottering around. And so we sat outside with this coffee, and I thought, it's not impolite, is it? I had to ask, why all the animals? And I think the response was something like, we like them, they make eggs. So, okay, so they have all these hundreds of animals squawking and chirping and what a turkey gobbling around, and one Labrador, which seemed a bit cruel really, because this dog, quite a big dog, was in an alright sized cage, but still, he was, well, actually, now I think about it, he probably would have eaten the rest of them, but he was in this big cage, everything else was milling around. Yeah, lab work was a drain. It took concentration. I've had no sleep, but that's the job, I suppose. I'll get back into it tomorrow, I imagine. Let's see what's work saying. Right, okay, yeah, it's a bit of, well, I shouldn't say really, it's a bit of Stockholm syndrome really. This guy at work, sometimes he's helping me, sometimes he's quite the opposite. So here's my hotel room. Quite awful Wi-Fi. I'll go downstairs later to see if there's a restaurant, and back to it tomorrow, 9:30. What else can I say about Turkey? I'm sure it'll come to me. But yeah, they're essentially, it's a bit like Italy really. It's just a bit colder. That surprised me. If any of you are planning to come here on a holiday, vacation, or work, I suppose don't be afraid to talk to people. They all seem quite happy to help really. I don't know if it's just people to people or locals to foreigners, but it's quite a nice attitude they've got. Also, it does get cold. Not wintry like the UK is right now in middle of November, but it's cold. It's not tropical or Middle Eastern as you might have, or as I expected. So that's that. I'll see if I've come up with anything new and interesting tomorrow. This is the city of Ankara, by the way. I haven't mentioned that. I've been told by colleagues, amazingly enough, more cynical than myself, there's nothing to do there. So they've managed to take that advice and send me out here by myself. This is meant to be a two-man job, so yeah, it is a ball ache. But I'll get done as much as I can get done, and I'm not going to feel too guilty about it at the end. So yeah, Ankara, capital city of Turkey. It's all right.